Hola, Manuel Barrera. I often use the photographs of family members as backgrounds. The person behind me is my uncle, Fabian, known to us as Tio Fabian. Uh, he was in the European theater. I believe that's in Africa. My father and his brother were in the Pacific theater. They were together for almost 4 years. They were called up right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and they came back after Japan surrendered. So, in fact, I have quite a few relatives. I have a great uncle that was in World War One. I have an uncle that was in Korea, a brother in Vietnam, two nephews in Iraq. So, family members normally volunteer, but this is not about me. This is about the Houston Chronicle and how it's promoting John Whitmire. And I'm not sure why they're promoting John Whitmire. John Whitmire doesn't need help from the Chronicle, and yet they're giving it to him. John Whitmire has millions of dollars, but the Chronicle is helping him. They're not a fair newspaper. They're not balanced in their reporting. You know, they had no qualms about putting a recording that some mysterious person sent them, where Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is berating an employee, and yet John Whitmire has a hell of a lot of skeletons in his closet. Why are they not pushing? Why are they not telling us about those skeletons? You know, I'm going to put a video that I found on YouTube. I've known that John Whitmire and Gene Green and some of the other state senators had accepted blank checks from Bo Pilgrim back in 1989 when I did some research on Gene Green. Why isn't the Chronicle doing that? You know, John Whitmire also, right after he pushed for the firemen, they hired him to be a lobbyist in Washington. You know, the Chronicle should be telling us about all this stuff. I want to know why they're promoting John Whitmire. They're giving him hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of valuable promotion and none of the baggage that goes with it. Why? You know, they have taken Latinos and Latinas through the grinder for bullshit stuff that wasn't true. And they never apologized after it came out that the Chronicle was wrong. They ruined reputations of Latinos and Latinas. And yet, here's a white guy, has a lot of skeletons. So why aren't they doing anything about that? You know, I often refer to the Chronicle as a whore. And so it doesn't do anything for free. So what is it getting? What is the Chronicle getting by not telling us everything about John Whitmire? You know, I want a fair election. You know, between the two persons, John Whitmire and Sheila Jackson Lee, Sheila Jackson Lee is a hell of a lot better. You know, they can go back all those years. They can't find allegations of corruption. Yeah, she may have berated some employees. You know, they may or may not have deserved it. Maybe she shouldn't have talked to them like that. But that happened. But that's nothing compared to what John Whitmire has done. So, Houston Chronicle, explain yourself, or at least be fair and balanced. Bring out all those skeletons. Bring them all out on John Whitmire. Let's make this a fair election. We need the best person to be the mayor of Houston, not someone that is paying you, or someone is paying you, or you're getting something out of it. So either stay the hell out of endorsements and promoting people, or do what you're supposed to do as a newspaper. Adios. Manuel Barrera, Meme.